Let's go.
So guess what we have today? I have legit unboxed this already, but this I haven't showed because it just got here today. And I'm kind of glad that I waited to do this video so I could do these together, because this is two of my favorite brands of all times. Like, I have I have quite a few that I really do love and adore, and try to purchase from consistently and show support, and just love them. Nakia Joy Cosmetics, y'all already know, and Unearthly Cosmetics, aka used to be Alien Cosmetics, Chef Kiss. And then of course we have Lily Posh, we have Lethal Cosmetics, we have Winkleberry Cosmetics, Winkleberry Beauty. So there's so many brands that I really do like love and devote time and effort into, and these are two. So I got some new products. Unfortunately, I don't have no new releases of Unearthly. This is the Don't Be Jelly Body 1, not 2. I wish I had to. Hopefully soon I will, maybe eventually. But right now that's one. I finally convinced myself into getting it. It did take it a little bit to get here, but she did reach out and emailed everybody, and there was like a delay on pallets being shipped to her, first of all. Then she was sick, her husband was sick. Like, it proves the fact, what I talk about a lot in my videos, like, you have to be considerate of smaller brands and shipping. I am one of the worst persons on earth to be patient. I am not a patient person, by no means at all. That's all over me. And with Unearthly, you have to be with a lot of smaller brands, because keep in mind, smaller brands, they kind of doing it on their own. Like Lily Posh, she packages all her stuff herself. Winkleberry, they do it all themselves. Unearthly does it all herself. It's like her and her husband. And they're just starting off. Like, they don't have a big following, huge following, a huge brands where they're in the stores and stuff like that, to where they get all this commission. They're taking their money and flipping it to buy more products, to buy more updated products, to come out with new stuff, new releases. Like, they're flipping it. It's not like they get all this money, they get to pocket it, and they can just invest into buying help and, you know, in a perfect world, it would be like that. But in reality, all the money they get from their brand, they have to invest back into their brand for quite a few years before you ever really see a payoff from it. And 9 times out of 10, these small brands don't do it for the money, I promise. It's worth it at the end for some of them, but for the main part, they do it because they're passionate. They love doing this stuff. So that's why I think it's such a big value to value and honor our small brands, our indie brands, and just sit back and take initiative and take in consideration that they're doing their best. They're doing all they can with what's given. So be considerate of who you order from. Of course, if you order from Sephora or Ulta, there should be no reason why you should have to wait more than 2 weeks, right? They have a shitload of people there at their win to pack, ship, and deliver. But when you're working with a indie brand that is just her and her husband, common sense is you're not the only person to just place the order. Might not be that many to order, but it's still given. Okay, say 10 people order. She has to go in, get 10 invoices, 10 orders, package them, go to the post office, put all that money in there, do all that stuff. Like, it takes time. So please, if you ever order from any indie brand, do not discriminate, do not bash, do not shoot hate. They're trying their hardest. 9 times out of 10, they're lacking sleep already. They're stretched to the max trying to get everything up and going. So just take consideration. If it was you, you would not want that coming. And genuinely, yes, there are scammers out here. There are other things that go on with hand in hand with that, you know, you could try any brand and it wouldn't, you know, be a legit company or whatever. You didn't get your money, or you got a busted ass pallet, or they just shipped it in and they didn't care. Then you have validation, you know, to be upset. But just because of shipping is taking a little bit, if it's such a big deal, reach out to the brand and see if they have a legit reason, you know, what's going on. By all means, like, there's nothing wrong with you reaching out and asking about your products, but at the same time, be considerate, please. Like, literally, like, I just made a video about, you know, people being rude to one of my best friends that does the retail boxes and stuff, and it's ridiculous how people are just walk around nowadays so entitled. And I don't get it. So anywho, this was super fast. I legit ordered this Monday and got it Wednesday, so like hella fast. This is the matte base primer. This is her newest release. It does retail for $41, which is a little pricey for primer. I'll be the first to say that. But I am somebody that highly believes your base is really important. You want a good base when you're doing your face or any makeup look. Your base is the biggest area that is covered by makeup. And it does mean a lot to have a really good base for me. Does that mean you cannot go out and get good, affordable primers? No. e.l.f. is one of my favorite primers. They're hella affordable. And depending on what you want out of that primer, there's a lot of good primers out there. But again, when you're dealing with a smaller brand, cost is also added up in there because they don't get the joy out of like huge companies that can buy retail and get everything a lot more affordable than some other companies. And everything I've ever ordered from her, I've absolutely loved. And this I hit pan, legit hit pan on my powder, pressed powder from her. Like, come on now. And I have quite a bit of powder. And not only do I have the press, but I have the loose. This should tell y'all something. Y'all know, I don't really care too much for loose pigments just because they get everywhere and it's pretty messy. I will get them. I will order them. But I prefer pressed pigments. It's easier for me to mess with. I have 17 pigments from her. So that should say something, right? And they're all loose. So anywho, this, it smells really good. It kind of smells like spa-ishy, like beneficial. I don't know. It's like a very nice, clean, fresh smell. And I can't put my hands on it. She did say this is supposed to blur and help hydrate your skin. I presume this is going to help with like oils and stuff because she does get oily. So of course she's going to make something that helps with oil and, you know, define your pores and everything else. I've got the milk makeup. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I also have this to try later on, but I'm gonna try that. I know y'all probably seen 1,000 reviews of the milk makeup because that's kind of going viral right now. But I laid it down. It's not sticky. It's not like the sticky base. Now, when you first apply it, yes, it is sticky. But now that it's applied, it's dried down. I feel hydrated. Like, it feels really hydrated on my face. But at the same time, like, it just feels, it makes my skin feel really smooth. If you, if that's I'm trying to think of how to explain it to you to relate. Because you have tacky primers, then you have blurring primers, then you have moisturizing primers, and then you have primers that just, you can feel like the smoothness across your texture. And I have hella texture all right in here. Up in here is very uneven, and then down here. So it's, what, baby?
I just want to say you're very beautiful.
I love you. So I'm not sure where I left off to put this on, but what I was saying about the primer, it feels like it's evened out my skin. Is what I'm trying to get at. And I always like to put primer down first and then go in and do my eyeshadow or whatever, so it gives it time to seep into the skin. Because you always want to let your skin rest just a little bit. Now, of course, I want to use Unearthlycosmetics, and most definitely I want to use this palette. But this palette is all shimmers and like dual shifts and all that. Yeah, look, and this is let me rephrase this. This is how I've done wiped this off and everything else, and it's just like stained my hand. But let me show y'all. Look at that. It's just so freaking gorgeous. I can't get over it. Now I want to so bad. It is so soft. It is so like buttery soft. Now there's some in here that ain't as soft. So like this is like pressed. This is like, I don't know, it's different consistency. This one is soft as well. Oh, this one is one of my apples. I'm trying to see. Oh, yep, this one is a soft one. Yes. And this one is a soft one. Ooh, look at that. So hold on. I took the paper off. So I should be able to see that shifts. See that? See how it's green right there and it purple? Look. And then I want to see that shift. Oh, yes. Butter, 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 honey. Butter, butter, butter. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Like, look at that. Do I need to say anything else? Like, come on now. Come on. Come on, sis. Don't make me say it. So, I want to kind of stick with Unearthly. I do have this one. I have a couple of them right here. Because like I said, it's one of my favorite brands. And I try to keep my favorites like right here in center. Ooh, I forgot about the bunny palette. This is from Unearthlycosmetics, Unearthly. I feel so weird whenever I say Alien. I loved it. Like, I loved her name of her company. I mean, I love Unearthly too. It's a really unique, nice name. So it's just my aesthetics, if that makes sense to you. Then I have the sleepover palette right here. And I do have more. I just kind of set up there. What did I put up there? I might put it up here. Yeah, it is. When I tell you I love a brand, okay? I cut full force. Now, granted, when I do order, I'm not able to order a lot. So I'm trying to think what would go good with this shade right here. Because it's like purpley pink, bluish. Oh, this is how glitters too. Look at that bad boy. This was a pricey bitch. Might be all I ever wanted to is the new release. Yeah, I think it is. But I want it now. I want to do something that I haven't done before. I could do something like that. Maybe purple up there. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Or purple and green. Ooh, let's do black and purple. Or black and green. And then that underneath. But I love this palette. And then I also got from her this time was this gorgeous. Let me my sponges before I get Z palette. I would have known this Z palette is this big. Trust me, believe I would have ordered a couple right in there because they were like really inexpensive. It was like 14 bucks or 10 bucks maybe. But look, this is a Lily Posh shade highlighter, the Luna. And if you have any of her highlighters, the big ones, you know how big this is. This is a big blush, a big highlighter from Unearthlycosmetics. And look at all that space I still have. Like, I could probably put like 1, 2 more right here. 1, if I scoot that over. 1, 2 more right there. Probably like 1 up in here. And these are all different sizes. Like, yes. Unearthly delivered with that Z palette coming strong. Ooh, speaking of Z palettes, I can use my Winkleberry because I absolutely adore my Winkleberry. And then this is a sleepover palette. It's one of her newer ones too. Here's my Lily Posh. My Lily Posh is all shimmers as well. So it kind of be irrelevant to break her out unless I use this for a highlighter. I tend to always use the Lily Posh in every freaking look I do now. Every single look. And I only have one palette, so it's like, but this right here is Winkleberry. This is another amazing brand. A must-have brand in my eyes. She does all her shades herself. These are hand pressed and all. Look at that. Look at that. Just butter. Tell y'all, if y'all have not tried any brands, you're missing out. Just saying. Don't say I didn't tell you prior to. Let's get to it just to do it. Like I said, I think what I'm going to do is instead of going straight like hell with the black, I want to go in with this dark blue. right here because black is very intimidating to me. This is Cindy Nicole. If y'all don't know who she is, go check her out on Instagram. Epic freaking looks. Epic looks. A gothy, ghouly queen. She likes spooky. She likes doing spooky looks, smoky looks. Like, she's one of my idols. That's for sure. Because I like the dark, gloomy stuff. I like spooky stuff. Since I've been going outside a lot more, taking my daughter back and forth to work. And it's hot up in North Carolina. As you can tell, like, I've got some sun. Look at my arms. Look how dark that one is compared to this one. I legit, I could probably do a duet and play it off as two different people for sure. I'm gonna tell my daughter, I was like, look, you gotta hurry up and we gotta teach you how to drive. Because she's 17. And she knows how to drive a little bit, but she's not as comfortable to go and get her license. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't have a chance to take driver's ed like she wanted to because that's when COVID hit. And so she didn't ever get to do that. I have taught her on the road from time to time because we live out in the country and we got the advantages of having, you know, a lot of safe spots to be able to ride around and just tear up the road and not worry about traffic. So I have taught her a little bit, but she's still got a little bit more to go. And so yeah, I was like, Memes, we got to hurry up and get you up in here driving because your mama is looking crazy with two tall heads, and I need to get in the passenger seat so I can tan this arm. So I'm gonna go in with, look at this gorgeous brush right here. This one just to kind of pack on that pigment that I told you about. And I'm just step it out where I want to do that cut crease out. And if I'm looking down, I apologize. I have my mirror, well, I have the palette set up right up under here. And I will go in and clean all this up. I just rather go a little bit lower than higher because you can always raise it up. I do need to get some more Q-tips. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Yeah, I've been on this low-buy. Well, let me rephrase this. This low-buy, this broke bitch low-buy is, I've been running out of a lot more items quicker. And then I don't get boxes like I used to. So there's like quite a few things that you tend to forget that you need when you get subscription boxes because they always have them in it. So you don't really run out. Like makeup boxes, you always get an eyeliner. Or and makeup wipes and, you know, face cleaner and stuff like that. So you tend to, when you don't get them, you're like, hold up, I'm out of makeup wipes. Alright, so that's a really good blender brush. And I want to go in with this shade right here. It's like a little bit green. And just kind of go right on top of that shade towards the top. And blend it out. And if I start to lose like the depth of the darker shade, all I gotta do is go back in and tap it back in. I'd rather work in phrases than like pack that bitch on and, you know, have too much, because you can always add. It's harder to take off. I'm just going back and forth, trying to blend that out a little bit. See how it's raised up, but not like crazy. Oh, it's starting to come together. I'll go ahead and tell you, this is going to be one of those looks you just kind of have to trust the process. I even have to step back a little bit and just be like, okay, wait until it's all together, Jessica, before you be like, no, I don't like it. Because I'm so bad about that. I'll start a look and I'll be like, don't like it. And I'll redo it. And it could have been one of like my best looks ever because I don't trust the process. With makeup, 9 times out of 10, you have to trust the process. Especially if you're going in and kind of playing with bold, bright colors like I always do. And I should be used to it by now. Technically, I should. but I'm not. Like, I still scare myself, if that makes sense. So I'm going in with more of a fluffy brush. This was more packed. And this, as you can tell, like it's like tapered off at the top. This was more flatter and it spread it out a little bit more. See how that is? And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. And then just a little bit of that one. And we're right on top of all of it. And I turned my palette the wrong way. Like a dork. I had the perfect spot. Alright. So just switch your wiper motions. And I like to kind of like swirl and then go like that. That way I can bring in the bottom shade to all the way to the top. Because if you're swirling them together, they'll kind of make their own color, as you can tell. And it's not so harsh right there in the middle. Because that's like the main thing I want to do is kind of tone that middle down. So it's not such a big transition, but once I cut that, it's gonna, you'll see what I'm saying. Superb. Superb. Now I do want to add a little bit of purple to this look, so I think I'm going sultry. I think I picked up enough, but this shade right here is just like a dark. There we go. See right there? Just spray that right on top. Just to give a little bit more colors to the story. Yeah, there we go. I like all in. Blending, baby, blending. Blend up your chop. Go back in with that lighter shade. All the way to the top now. Now, if you have hooded eyes like me, sorry. I feel sorry for you. Because it is a little struggle. But you can still get some epic looks. You just gotta go a little bit higher in your look to get that boom. Because then you like, if I look straight ahead, you don't see no shades over here. Just a peekaboo right here, but like, it literally looks like I have no eyeshadow on whatsoever. If I'm looking like straight on. If I look down, yeah. But now when you bring it up, there you go. Hey, how are you? You just want to take that bottom base off to where you don't have a lot of product right there. Because if you're like me, you'll go in with probably a white base. And if you go in with a white base, it will cover majority of that up. Sorry if y'all hear all that ruckus in the background. My vanity kind of prevents me of seeing who's coming in the room or who's not, but somebody's coming in. Look how pretty already. And see this? I like this because this really does cover almost any shade I need it to cover on my eye. So if I don't have it even, I'm not worried about it because this bad boy does the work for me. Start. Look at that. Yes. Not perfect straight, or you know, you went a little higher on this side than you did on that side. I do try to stay as even as possible, but it does not, I cannot guarantee nothing. We're just human. So we have to try our best. Like, okay, 3. That's easy enough. I don't know how it's going to work being this is kind of like jelly. So I'm going to try it on a brush first. And yeah, see. This is one of those finger moments. That eyeshadow, it looks wet. It legit looks wet. So I want to take some of this dark purple. No flipping way. Really little. And it just soaks all that in. I would say marshmallow. Let's say squeegee board. Yeah, it's like a little squeegee pad. So it sucks all that good stuff in. A shimmer at the end. That's why I went ahead and kind of cut it. You see how you got a spoolie? I don't really use those unless I'm doing a pomade. And I can see how it looks. I'm extra sweat. And I know this, man. And I'm okay with this, man. The primer. Just a little bit. Just put it down on my finger. Just like that. Just like if I was doing eye cream. And rub it in. As I did for the rest of the look. You would bring it down a little bit. But that way, if you are starting to age like I am and you got fine lines and texture there, that primer will help grip that picture into place. I just feel safer with this mousse. And yes, it looks dark, but it doesn't stay dark. It legit shifts with my face. You know, the Oxidine, they've just found a way to, I guess, be cohesive with the person's complexion. And it plays a role from the Oxidine. So basically, if you need it lighter, it does shift out a little bit. Now, not a whole lot. I do give it that. I do have to go with a concealer and stuff. I probably wouldn't if it wasn't as dark. But I did go in with a concealer and brighten it up when I need to brighten it up. And you can tell the difference with the concealer than without. Like, it really looks like I got a lot of warmth on my face right now. But like, not too much, but just a little bit. Which I have got a decent amount of tan on my face now. Too, from all that damn driving. And then my oldest daughter, she was like, Mama, are you getting tired of taking me back and forth yet? And I was like, look. And I've always been real with my kids. I don't sugarcoat shit at all. Especially when they get older. Like, I don't lie to my kids. I hate a liar. I don't lie to my kids. Yes, they believe in tooth fairy, fairy tales, stuff like that when they're little. Once they get a certain age, like. But anywho, I keep it real with them. As much as a parent should. Maybe sometimes a little bit more. Because I did have my kids when I was younger. So I was a young mother. So it was kind of like me growing up beside my oldest two. I was 15 when I had my first one. And 17 when I had my second one. It's so pretty though. But you need very little of it. Oh, wow. It's so pretty though. It's even dyed this brush. And I have no product on it. Wow. Like, she is bright. Alright, let's set this down. I can say right now though, I'm loving this primer. This primer with this mousse. Chef Kiss, it feels so nice on the skin. I don't see any separation anywhere where I've had before with some primers and some, you know, foundations. And it ain't that the primer's bad or the foundation's bad or what have you. It's just sometimes they don't, and if they don't like each other, they're going to separate. So I want to try this right here. Not granted, I will keep that. I'll probably add some Luna on top. It just really depends on how blinding this is. Oh, she pretty though. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like that purple. It is really pretty. Which I've heard that purple highlighters doesn't show up technically purple. It's not as crazy as you would think it would be on your face. And like, I see why. Like, look at that. And it almost makes it look sun-kissed. Like with that darker blush. Laid right on top of the darker blush. I really do like that though. It is more of a subtle highlighter, like Boo Boo Bam. Like what I'm used to with Lily Posh. Let me just rephrase. Does not mean it's bad. It's just one that I have to get used to. But it is buildable, so that's good. I like that. Now I do want to use. Then we'll go over Luna. This shade right here, and just add right there in my inner corner, because like I told you, I like my inner corner to pop. It was crazy when Lily Posh came out with this highlighter. I had just met the brand. I just got to know the brand itself, and I was, you know, watching her on IG and watching her brand and all that stuff, and I had never tried out anything from her, and then she launched something for like 2 Halloweens ago, and I grabbed her Halloween mystery thing. And on her site, I saw a highlighter said Luna. And yeah, this is just crazy because my baby girl that just turned 3, her name is Luna, and we call her Luna Bear. That's her nickname. And so yeah, I've got to get the highlighter. It's like Nita knew me before she knew me. And she knew she was going to grab a sale with that Luna. So I've had this highlighter for almost 3 years now. Going on. It's like 2 at least. Next Halloween will be 3. And it's still going strong. I know you're supposed to switch them out every 6 months. But when you're young and dumb, you don't think about shit like that. That's the least of your worries. It's buying new mascara if you got a mascara that already works. Why would you do that? Now, I know y'all can relate. Like, y'all might sit here and judge me now, but y'all can relate. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go with that light blue. Right up under here. I was going to go in that red or burgundy in here, but I was just like, it don't really go with the look. So let me just keep it the way it is before I done effed up something and be mad. Going in with that darkest blue. Just basically just tapping my waterline. My life. Who has watched Stranger Things and who has finished with it? Well, until the next one comes out, right? I am legit not judged, but I'm watching it again. Why? Because I can. And that's like legit the only thing on Netflix that I feel worth watching. Or binge watch anyways. And I love going back and watching a movie or watching a series. Especially a series because you know you have so much in it. But I like going back into a series and rewatching it because you miss a lot. Not really because I did get something to drink. Or because my ADHD kicked in and I can't stay still no longer. So I'll get up and walk around and do what I gotta do. I would still be watching like from the dining room and stuff, but just I'm able to move. Yeah, move around and everything, and still try to catch it while I'm walking around, but you still miss parts, right? Went in with the Milk, Roz mascara, and the Mac Stack. This is like voluminous, that lifts your lids. It's got a curved wand on it. Builds up the lid really nicely. Flakes mascara off on my eye, on my face. So I'm gonna let that dry down and then I'll go over with a spoolie. And I know all of y'all know this. That I'm not saying this because I don't think y'all know, but just a reminder. If you get mascara or whatever on your face like I just did, make sure you let it dry down. If you're like me, you're very impulsive. It's really hard to let it dry down. But you will thank yourself for letting it dry down. So let it dry down. Dries down, go in with a spoolie. Just like this right here. And it flakes right off. Now, if you go in with that bad boy and it's wet still, you're smeared it everywhere. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, well, if I smear it, then can I just let the smear dry? No, it don't work that way. But if you start a chaos, it stays a chaos, and it just goes and goes and goes. And by the time you're done, it's like you have to redo a whole little patch of your face. That's usually what happens with me anyways. So my daughter finally got her second video uploaded. It took her a little bit with graduation and, you know, school and all that, geez. Like, she had filmed it probably like 2 weeks ago. But to get back in here and edit it was the hassle. And yes, I know I could have edited it for her, but I wanted her to do it, to learn it. Now, I can learn, but I just don't learn it as well as if I could do it with my hands. And that's what I wanted her to do. This is Peachy Queen, Cyber Girl. Love this mess. Best brown nude ever. Say what? It legit makes me feel like I have nothing on my lips. It is so gorgeous. I do want to go in with a little shimmer on top, and that's the Lawless Forget the Filter. I am scraping the sides. I've got to get more ordered. I'm hoping for my birthday, my kids and my hubby gives me some money for makeup. Again, I've been a good little girl and haven't ordered nothing, and I'm able to go in and order a couple of things because I need it bad. All of Unearthlycosmetics products now. I've always ordered all of them, but can't afford it. Here we go, guys, here we go. So, don't be jelly. All I can say is, look, my eyes look wet. She did the damn thing. So, was it worth waiting for a whole month? Yes, I would wait a whole nother month. Don't take me up on that. But I'm probably sitting over here crying. Because I love playing with her stuff. But I would be no shit. I would sit here patiently and wait a whole other month for her products. Because would I recommend every damn thing, okay? Now, I do recommend this. I'm going to try to find y'all a dupe, a more affordable dupe, because I know half of y'all going to be in the comments and just like, Jessica, you crazy AF. I'm not crazy. I'm a supporter, okay? I'm a makeup hoarder and a supporter. But I really did like it. I think it was worth it, in my opinion. Like, look at this face, y'all. Hooshy. Texture who? Pores who? Flawless all day. Now I do need to do a wear test to be able to say, oh yeah, you know, 10 out of 10. So as of right now, it's a 9 out of 10 because I haven't done a wear test. But I saw my skin earlier. All her colors, the dark spots, and like, who is she, Pete? Yeah, you did it out of you hit it out of the ballpark again. I never thought she would. Unearthlycosmetics. Do I recommend them? Does this tell you? Like, and that's not to mention the ones I have in my drawer right now. This is just some of them. But yeah, I highly recommend Unearthly. You want your eyeballs to look like that. Y'all already know how I feel about Lily Posh. I highly recommend it as well. Go try you an indie brand today. Come back tomorrow and thank me. I'm telling you, I will return Bobby. It's all about some bougie ass makeup. I know I like bougie makeup too. Don't get me wrong. But I will take my money. If I have to choose, I do take my money and try to invest it into the smaller brands first. But there is a lot of smaller brands that she likes. And she does not mind paying Natasha Denona prices and Pat McGrath and all that good stuff. Like, she has all of them. So for her to still purchase from indie brands, I think it's superb. And it shows in character. And it shows how good the quality is. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in my next video.